AEW Maximum Carnage. What is it exactly? I'm Carlo, and he's the Hora Professional Wrestling El Mimico. Let's talk about it. Now, we're going to talk about Max Carnage in a second, but why don't you go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and keep updated with the AEW Pro Wrestling shenanigans. Now, from what I understand, Max Carnage is going to be a 2-day pro wrestling extravaganza, with Wednesday being Dynamite, Thursday being Collision, pre-recorded for Saturday night. Now, the question remains whether it's going to be like Big Business was last year, where it was just a one-time event, or whether this is something that they're going to be able to bring into bigger cities, because I would love to see that, similar to the series that they did in Dallas for the Collision, which was an absolute hoot of a time. The positive pro wrestling energy in there was just so palpable, and the sense of camaraderie was all through the air, so I would love to see more of that in bigger cities. The first one is being held in Cincinnati, Ohio, which we all know is the hometown of Jon Moxley, the AEW World Champion, the one true king, the Death Rider himself. Now, as of this recording, we've confirmed through the Casino Gauntlet match, which if you have not watched, absolutely go watch that match on Max or whatever you stream it on. It is an absolute phenomenally fun match. We've got to see multiple superstars put on top performances and set up possible storylines down the line, so please, do yourself a favor, go watch that. The winner of that match was Powerhouse Will Hobbs, who will be challenging Jon Moxley for the AEW Championship in the main event of Max Carnage Dynamite. Now, I would be lying to say that I didn't want to see my boy, Switchblade Jay White, take that victory, but I get the feeling that this is going to be the last time that we're going to see Jay White in the title picture this year. But I digress. We also have the return match for Kenny Omega, the best bout machine, coming back to Dynamite for the first time since, well, that illness with diverticulitis. Don Callis immediately tried to drive another screwdriver into Kenny Omega by throwing in the Machine, Brian Cage, at him. So it'll be the Machine versus the best bout machine. Now trust me when I say this one's going to be a banger. I've always said that Brian Cage is the most criminally underrated superstar on that roster. Believe me when I say you won't want to miss this match. Keep your eyes wide open. Then we have Hook, finally able to get his hands on Christian Cage after assaulting his father backstage a few months ago. This has been leading up to this event. The only question is, will Hook get the definitive end that he needs for this? Or are we going to see more patriarchal shenanigans from Christian and the Goons? Very excited to see, hopefully, the conclusion of this. We're going to see. Then we've got the in-ring debut of MVP as he teams up with the Hurt Syndicate to face off against Private Party and Mark Briscoe. This is going to be a tremendous match, trust me. I'm very intrigued to see MVP's in-ring chemistry with the rest of these superstars. Then, on the Collision side of things, we've got Hangman Adam Page taking on Christopher Daniels. This has been brewing since Hangman knocked out Christopher Daniels on stage, and I'm very excited to see this match. I am a Christopher Daniels stan, and I absolutely adore seeing his in-ring performances. And yearly reminder that Hangman Page has done nothing wrong. Last but not least, the first ever Women's Casino Gauntlet match. This is history in the making that we're going to be watching here. Now, we did see the number 1 seed won in a triple threat match between Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale, and that dashing young rookie Toni Storm. Ultimately, though, we saw Chris Statlander come up victorious and secure that number 1 spot for the Casino Gauntlet match. This match has had me excited since the moment it was announced. I've been going feral for this on Threads. This is very much a good step in the right direction that we need to prop up this women's AEW division, because there is a lot of phenomenal talent that we got to showcase on this roster. Now tell me in the comments below, what are you looking forward to most about Max Carnage? Do you also want more Max Carnages throughout the year? Are you okay with a one-time big show? Until next time, everyone, I'm Carlo, and I am the Hora Professional Wrestling El Mimico. We will see you later.